Hi, and welcome back to the ASKSUE show with the New York Warriors, and we're talking about the New York ACC. I do apologise for that slight delay there. I needed to check my phone because I thought the battery was going out, and I was right, so good job I did. I hope everybody's all okay. A big shout-out to everybody that's in the chat room. Thank you very much to those that are sending me messages as well. I really appreciate that. And I've just got to say, it is my pleasure to do the show tonight. So please, by all means, get in touch. Everybody, if you want to call into the show, it's 347-327-9694. That's 347-327-9694. And I want to go straight to the phone lines because we have another caller. Area code 717. Hi, welcome to the show.
Hi, am I on?
You are indeed. Hi, how are you doing?
Hi, my name's Crystal, and Sue, I love your show. Thank you for all you do, and thank you for having us. I am the administrator for the PA Warriors, and I would like to tell all of them if they need a ride to the rally on the 21st, that I will be providing transportation, whether it's a small bus, a big bus, whatever. They need to contact me. They can get a hold of me at the PA Warriors. And I'll be doing pickup from Central PA all the way to the New Jersey line.
Oh, my goodness. Well, you definitely need a big hug from the UK, don't you, to be fair? But also, could you sort a plane out from the UK over to you?
I could work on it. If you would like to come over, I can see what I can do, Sue.
I honestly would like to say to everybody that I would not need a microphone for the front, but you know I've done so much work as far as the US, and I would love to come over, but not just for the fact of obviously supporting everybody, but I would love to see where I'm actually talking about, because as you can all imagine, I've not seen these places, you know, and it's quite funny. Myself and Kathy are on the phone every day, and we're talking about all these different places and everything. And the trouble is, it's like I'll say, well, can't we sort such and such out in this place? And she'll go, so do you really like something? I said, what? She went, that's a state. It's massive. It's not a little village.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? And the thing is, you know, I've never been to New York, so, you know, it's like when Joanne was just saying, you know, there's thousands of people in New York. And then I'm looking and I'm thinking, we've got a protest and it's a few hundred. And I really want to shout at everybody and say, why? Why is there only a few hundred? Why are the New Yorkers not going out there with posters? You know, why not putting letters through doors? Why not filling up these newspapers? You know, why aren't we doing a collection to do an advert to go in the papers, or a collection to do a big billboard so it goes right up there? And, you know, and for everybody who says, oh, well, that costs a lot of money, people are putting a lot of money into these posts where we're trying to save these dogs every day.
Right, and I do know that Urgent Part 2 has started a poster campaign for subways, and they are putting up posters. I think that's a big part of the problem. They're not aware of the atrocities that are happening in the shelters, and that's part of our mission, too, to inform the public, to make them aware, to get them out to the streets, and also the housing laws that have come into effect. They're affecting so many dogs now because the poundage has been lowered. I don't know whether it's 20 or 25. So, of course, in New York, most of the people rent. And when you rent and you have a dog that's already been okayed, and now all of a sudden you're told your dog weighs too much, it's either you're evicted or the dog has to go to the pound, this is creating a massive problem up there. And, you know, something has to be done to change those housing rules that were, you know, put into effect by the city.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, so many people are giving up their family pets, and, you know, you can only try to give them away, you know, to homes. But if everybody's under that ban, where do you go with them?
Yep, exactly.
I mean, it's a sad, sad situation. So, I mean, there's a lot of work that has to, be done to change not only the laws, but to bring awareness to the people.
Exactly.
And that's our mission. That's what we're out to do.
Yeah. And the trouble is, with manpower, with man and woman power, you need, obviously, to have the bodies. It, you know, and just anything. It doesn't matter if you can type letters, design posters, make a website, or whatever you can do. Every single person has got their place. This is where everybody does really need to connect.
Right. And that's what we do, too. And I know our warrior sisters were out papering the town over the weekend, handing out flyers to bring awareness. And the people they were talking to have no idea that this is being done. I mean, tax money was allotted years ago to build 2 more shelters. I believe one was in the Bronx and one was in Queens. That money's spent. Nobody can account for it. The shelters aren't built. Why were they not built? And people's tax money is paying to murder adoptable pets. And, you know, and another thing, why doesn't the ACC, they say they do everything they can to find placement for these pets. Well, here in Pennsylvania, our Humane Society and our shelters, they have adoptions right out in front of their facility on weekends. They bring the pets out, and, you know, people can see them. They interact. I've never seen that done at the ACC. The animals are kept in cages, and over 3/4 of them aren't even viewable by the public. It's like, why?
Exactly.
But they won't answer questions, so, you know.
Exactly. This is where I'm hoping that, you know, maybe I can push it a bit. I'm not saying that I'm going to be able to sort it. I'm saying, you know, I'll ask the questions, maybe with a UK accent. It might be a little different from hearing American voice all the time. I don't know, but it's worth a go.
It is worth a try. And I want to make sure here the other ones that are on hold have a chance to talk, but I just wanted to give a shout-out to the PA Warriors and let them know transportation is provided. There's no excuse. If you're tired of saying rest in peace and it's so sad, get your butt to an area where I can pick you up and stand for the animals. We have to be their voice.
Well, I would like to say I think everybody will agree in the chat room, what an angel. You know, we need more, we need transporters of people for a change, not the dogs.
Exactly, exactly. And love you, Sue. You keep up everything you're doing. You're a fantastic person.
Thank you so much, Crystal. And please, if I haven't got you on my Facebook already, please add me after the show.
Okay, I will.
Okay,
Thank you.
then, nice to speak to you. Thank you ever so much.
You
Cheers.
too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Now, this is when I had a very unprofessional moment then. I muted myself. And muting ASKSUE isn't a good thing. I was just about to, and it'll teach me, because I was just about to do a public health warning because we've got somebody that's, how can I put this, positive, who's very much an advocate, who obviously we all know as the voice for the voiceless. And, of course, yes, except she's just disappeared. Laura, quickly, I was promoting you. Call back in quickly. If anybody else would like to call in, please do. We'll get Laura back on in just a second. Let me just try for... Hi, is that Emma? Hello? No? Okay, that one doesn't want to work. Okay, that's fine. That was a bit of a disaster. Laura, call back in quickly. If anybody else wants to call in, all of you, please, the phone number's there, 347-327-9694. That's 347-327-9694. Okay? Give us a call in. Let's put a message in the chat room. Anybody wants to give a shout out, put a message in the chat room. If I miss it, please repost it. Do you know what I mean? Because it's quite fast on the old chat there as well. Nice to see everybody in the chat room. Hope everybody is all okay and enjoying the show. You can email asksueshow@gmail.com as well. Laura, please try and, again, let's see if we can get you back in. Obviously, a few problems. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's Laura's end or my end. Laura, please give us a call back in, love. So if anybody else wants to call in, 347-327-9694. We've had some excellent people already on from the New York Warriors. If you've not already joined the event on Facebook, all of the links will be going into the Ask Sue Show group straight after the show, and they're also in the chat room as well. I'm sure Tabitha and all of them will be putting it in as well. So please give us shout out. Also, I just want to say to everybody, we've had some fantastic shows of recent. We have got Eddie Sintron coming on tomorrow about the dogs being shot by the police as well. And I know that's a lot of you are very upset about that as well. So by all means, give us a call with that as well tomorrow night. That's with Eddie Sintron. Right, I'm going to try and call Laura. Just one second. Nothing like live radio, is there? You all missed it, I know. Hold a minute, let me see. Let me just see if this is Laura. I probably rung the wrong number now, haven't I?
Hello?
Hello, is this Laura?
Yes.
Hello, darling, how are you doing?
Hi, Sue.
Sorry.
I recognize your voice.
Don't be telling me it's all posh, because it can't be. How are you doing?
Are we on air?
We are indeed.
Thanks. I've been on hold for like an hour. I don't know if I'm behind, I'm lagging on my on the show or what, but everybody's talking about music. I'm like, what music are we talking about here? Because I'm not hearing music.
Oh, no, we had just a 1-minute tune, that was all.
You did. See, now, I think that I'm listening to another show or something. I have no idea what's going on, but I do have some input. I don't. I truly don't. I'm like, I think I'm listening to the right show. Anyways, thank you for calling me. I definitely wanted to call in and touch point on a few things.
Mhm.
Okay. Where to start? On September 21st, Manhattan, ACC, 110th Street, between 1st and 2nd Ave, between 2 and 4, there's going to be a protest. Protesting everything that we're talking about here today. Everything that everybody gripes about every day. All we hear is blah, blah, blah. Well, here's your chances. I'm going to tell you how you can help. I'm from Connecticut. It's a 3-hour ride for me to go there. I can't always just jump in the car and go to every protest. I can't attend a lot of things that go on. Do I do my best? Yes. Have I been? Yes. Have I been to those protests? Absolutely. And I am willing to do anything it takes. First being, I started an event, as in the Warriors. First of all, I'm a Connecticut warrior. There's New York warriors, there's California warriors, there's Massachusetts warriors. I am the Connecticut warrior. And I am willing to put together a ride share. I have an SUV that fits at least 6 to 8 people. I'd like to get Massachusetts and Connecticut people who want to go, but yet can't go. Like, I spent $50 on a bus ticket to go to New York for one protest. I drove to New York myself. It's $100. So, I realize that times are tough for everybody right now, but if we all just put our minds together and put what we have to offer together, we can do this. And I have a vehicle that will fit 6 to 8 people, and we can ride share to go to the protest. There's no reason people shouldn't be showing up. We're going to have ride shares, in different states. We're going to set up ride shares for each state, or if not, like Connecticut and Massachusetts is pretty small, so we can get one. Even me, I can fit enough people. We could ride share and go down there. It'll cost you $15, $20 if we all pitch in together and go. There's no excuse. In numbers, we are greater. We need to start supporting each other and supporting each other's events, protests, anything that we're doing, and join together. Like, I have my things going on, like this event. It's called Mayor Bloomberg, Take the Challenge. We want Mayor Bloomberg to go in and work at the ASKSUE for one day. You know, I think if we could get him in there to do this for one day, okay, and whoever his sidekicks are, whoever, one day, go in there. You're the boss. Go in there and start seeing what really goes on. Don't say, oh, hey, I'm going to be there Wednesday. Can you, fit me in? No, just show up and see what the truth is, because there are dogs dead on the floor. At times.
Yep.
There are animals, cats and dogs that have broken limbs that go untreated. I mean, so that was my passion. I want to see the boss get in there himself, take off his suit coat and roll up his sleeves and go in there and see for himself what really goes on.
Yeah.
So that's my passion. I expect everybody to join it. Also, I'm involved with the New York Warriors. These are women, some of the greatest women that I know in rescue, that have put together this protest for September 21st. Let's ride cheer together. Let's get there. Let's support them. If you're in New York, Connecticut, the surrounding towns, okay. If you're in California, we get that. But at the same time, even people in California have a part they can play. Like with my event, I'm trying to post on my event the different wrongs that these animals have suffered. So if you know of an animal that has suffered needlessly in this animal control, I'm not trying to just direct this at this animal control. New York City animal control and care is not my main focus. Is it right now? Yes, I believe that New York there's millions of people there with millions of dollars, and if we can change it there, we can change it anywhere. And my other thing is, Sue, you're in the UK, okay?
Yep.
This is your tribute to the United States of America's animals. And I have a very good friend. Her name's Anna. And I haven't spoken to her for a while, but, she taught me something. She told me how UK is with their animals. And they don't have the trouble the United States does. And I thank you, I applaud you for being interested and caring from the UK about our animals.
Yeah.
Yep. You care more about our animals than the mayor of New York City. I thankfully have an animal control and care here in Enfield, where I live in Connecticut, that they put down maybe 4 dogs a year. I'm very blessed. So I go reach out to Lake New York City, where they don't have everything that we have here. We don't have the overwhelming amounts of dogs and cats being surrendered. So I just want to say thank you. That's your part. We are, in numbers, we are greater. I don't care where you're from, who you are, how much money you have, what kind of jeans you wear, what purse you carry. Because honestly, that don't matter to me. What matters to me is that you care, and you're going to take a minute. We all take a lot of minutes out of our day to share these dogs, but that's not cutting it. And cats, sorry. That's not cutting it. We have to start thinking outside the box, and that's what you're doing with your show tonight. That's what I'm doing with my event. That's what the New York Warrior Sisters are doing with their protest on September 21st. And we all start needing to be united. We need to unite and conquer this. In numbers, we are greater. So that was one of my points I wanted to touch on tonight.
Well,
I wanted to give a shout out to our brother Sinister.
I'm just privately inboxing him while we're talking, and I'm telling him to get his calling in. So hopefully after you, he'll call in.
I sure hope he does. couldn't wait any longer. I think the last speaker went on, so he had other things to do, and I pray to God he comes on and he has a few minutes to come on in.
He's still in the chat room. Me and him are going to be talking after the show. For anybody who knows about mine and Sinister's past, I just want to say to everybody that, you know, at the end of the day, and this is what I said, Laura, before. I don't know if you heard, but I said to everybody, you know, egos have got to be put to the side. This is about uniting. This is not about anybody individually. This is about working as a team. And I'm going to say this once again. It doesn't matter if you can go to the protest, go to the protest. If you're in New York, you haven't got an excuse. You need to get there. Don't bother sharing and saying, oh, well, I care, if you're actually in New York and you can't be bothered to go, because that's not acceptable. The other thing is, share the events, add people to the events. Even if they go, you know, they look at it and they click no. If you add all of your friends to that event and 50% of people stay, we've still gained 50%.
Okay, and like I said, I'd like to give a shout-out to Sinister right now. He is a man of New York City who walks the streets every day, who uses money out of his own pocket. And you know what? He wrote a song, Broken Silence, for Lennox. And I don't know how many people know that, but you know what? This man has great talent, and he is so crushed by being involved in the animal rescue world and being made promises. We're not making him any promises. We're just asking him to be our brother right now. And he is. He has joined our force. He will be there for us full-fledged, and I have no doubt about it. He's very talented. As many of the animal rescue world, we all have our place in animal rescue. We all have our talents. He goes out every day, and he feeds animals in New York City that otherwise probably would not have been fed. He takes money out of his own pocket, and all he asks, he raps. Like I said, go to YouTube, look up Broken Silence and Sinister the Capo. He wrote that song for Lennox. He's got the biggest heart, like the rest of us right now. And he has a talent. All he's asking for is 99 cents or $1, I think it is, to download that song so he could go out and feed more animals in New York City. So let's give a shout out to Sinister the Capo.
Do you know what? Can I just say, Laura, that Sinister will be ringing in a minute because I'm going to really severely tell him off in the chat room if he doesn't.
Go off his phone, Sue, because I already know what happened. And you know what?
Yeah, you know what? Let me just tell everybody as well, and Sinister will agree with this. I was one of the first to get Sinister songs on my radio, and let me just tell you now, and I can prove, right, I have still got Sinister's song on my radio, and it has been on here. Here we go. Let me just play a little clip.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about, my friend.
Now,
how many gotta die before you realize you're killing? The world's a cruel place, we're surrounded by villains. Crooked Captain politicians start from the top.
Right.
That's Sinister.
Excuse me, everybody, but I had got him on ages ago. I was the one that was promoting my...
I know, I remember. If you don't remember, I was one of those people that was there that day.
Exactly.
We all supported each other, and we need to come back together because one person cannot tear us apart. We won't let it happen. We will keep fighting, and that's it.
Exactly.
It was one person who came between us, and it's not happening again.
But let me just tell everybody this, and this is what I've got to say about the New York Warriors, about the ASKSUE show, about Sinister, about all of us. There is no I in team.
Exactly. I see we all say I a lot, but you know what? At the end of the day, it's we, and I see that too.
Yep, definitely.
Okay, so another point I wanted to make is these dogs that are being put down for being sick, with this kennel cough, which is nothing more than a cold. I've had more than one, more than two, more than 3 dogs in my home, from Connecticut all the way to New York City, or that came from Connecticut or New York City, with this kennel cloth. It is nothing more than a cold, and it's not anything that can't be treated within a day or two with the proper medication. I believe it's that's recycling. That's no excuse. No excuse to put a dog down for having kennel cloth. Sorry. So when you put on your gone but forgotten or not forgotten that they died from being sick, try something else, because that's not freaking working.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know, all of it is just one big, massive, vicious circle of things that just people, it's got to change. It can't carry on as it's going. And it's not to me that
well, you know, the thing is we all know it needs to change, but it's about time we start talking about why and how it needs to change. Not, you know what, I'm sick and tired of hearing it's got to change, Sue. Sorry, but I want to hear why and how it can change.
Absolutely.
Time to make a change. And I think one of the big things is Mayor Bloomberg take the challenge. Go to that event. Let's ask him, get him in there, that these dogs and cats who have the cold, let him put one of them down. Let him get behind the desk and answer a phone call from someone who wants to adopt one of these animals, and then let him go behind the doors that day and put a needle in their arm.
Yeah.
You know, something needs to change. I don't want to hear that anymore. I just don't want to hear. I want to hear what we can do to make a change. The petitions aren't working. I think on the protest, absolutely. If you can get 10,000 people, I mean, there's millions. How many animal advocates are there right now? Right?
Absolutely.
How many? Roundabout figure.
Oh, I would like to know. The thousands.
Yeah, there's thousands and thousands. How many animal advocates are in New York? I know only about 5 of them signed my petition.
Yep.
Okay, we need to start asking people, stop talking about it and bitching about it, because I'm getting really sick and tired of hearing the bitching and the complaining. Okay, you want to do something, sign a petition for your own state, your own mayor. Get on the street, protest, and that doesn't mean you have to act like an idiot. Just hold a sign that says, Mayor Bloomberg, take the challenge, whoever, you know what I mean? I'm in Connecticut. I'm learning all this on my own. New Yorkers, get up and make a stand. It only takes a minute, maybe one day. Get up and make a stand. People from Connecticut, UK, Pennsylvania, we're all doing it. You get up and do it now.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly. And this is the thing, it's like I've said before, you're absolutely right. It's got to be where teamwork, and it's got to be where people all connect, and even people in the UK. And I've got to say, we have got some fantastic UK people in the show, in the chat room tonight, and they do loads for the US. And I'm not being funny, but, you know, people will say to me, oh, you should keep your nose out of the US. Excuse me? No, I shouldn't have to. I'm not moving out of the US. I'm sat in the UK, and I'm doing what I can do. And when it comes to me exposing a couple of places in the UK, I would hope that the US people will help me to expose them too. And trust me, there is one big charity in the UK that I will be exposing very, very soon, and I'm hoping US people will help me too.
Well, you know, Sue, we work day and night. People like you and me, Barbara, Tabitha, and I know there's others out there, but it's not easy to set up these radio shows. It's not easy to set up these events. It's not easy to set up the petitions, especially when you have rescue dogs of your own. I'm in Connecticut, and I have rescue dogs from New York in my home. Okay? It's not easy. So we feel like if we do all this work and we find the words and we find the time to make these petitions, to start these radio shows. We find the people to call in. You know, this just doesn't happen. You have to make it happen. So what I think you and I and Tabitha and Barbara from New York Warriors are getting frustrated at is, okay, we set it up. Can you please help us now? We're asking you. We're here. We're on our knees. We're begging you for your support. You know, it's like Mayor Bloomberg, Take the Challenge event that I've got people in the maybe page. Do you think or the maybe box, do you think I want to see people in the maybe box? It's yes or no. It's a virtual event. All you have to do is say, we challenge you, yes. We challenge you, Mayor Bloomberg, to volunteer one day at the ASKSUE. That's it. It's not like you have to show up personally. You just have to say yes.
Yeah. Exactly.
You're going. And then share it. Sign the petition. It takes 10 minutes to do what we're asking you to do. How long did it take me to set it up? How long does it take you to do this show? Hours.
Yep.
And then hours every day afterwards.
Yeah, but
I still spend hours every day on this event, and I know you spend hours on the show.
Yeah. And this is the thing, it's like people have a go, you know, and they say about the show and stuff, but what they don't realize is, you know, it's like this week I have done a show about, I'm doing a show about dogs being shot by police. I've done a psychic show. I've done Howard's show, and I've done all these different ones.
Yes.
Them shows I don't just set the link up and then people call in. I have to talk to these people. I have to talk about loads of different things. So at the end of the day, I don't know everything about the ACC and all of that, but I ask people to come on that do know, and that's how we do it. And that's what it's all about. It's about connecting. That's why I'm going to say to everybody right now, put all of your Facebook profiles into the chat room, every single one of you, because we all need to connect. And this is what's missing, Laura, is people are trying to keep people to themselves. No, everybody needs to add everybody. Facebook makes it hard by doing friend requests and everything. So you've got a chance now to post your profiles into the chat room so you know that every single one of those people are an animal advocate and you can go and add them as a friend. That means that we've just all connected tonight. That is amazing. That's what the animals need. It's called uniting. It's called sharing. It's called being part of something.
At the end of the day, in numbers, we're greater. If it's just a couple hundred, a couple thousand, it's not going to work. We see that now, don't we? I know groups that have 8,000 people on it, and have they managed to change anything? No. It's going to take us all of us, to unite. I don't care if you got 10,000 people on your page. If there's 100,000 animal advocates, which I hope to God there's more, then it's going to take 100,000. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take all of us to unite. Period.
Exactly. Well, Laura, listen, I'm going to cut you short. I hate to let you go, but I've got a couple of people waiting on hold that I just want to take as well. But listen, hugs from the UK. Thank you so much for everything you do. I have shared the link into the chat room, but share all the links again for me in the chat room so we can get people connected in there as well.
Okay, everybody, you need to register with Blog Talk Radio so you can join us in chat. I love you, Sue, and good night.
Yeah, good night, love. You look after yourself. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Right, we're going down to 19 minutes, so let's go to the next caller. We've got area code 914. Hi, welcome to the show. Hello. No, they're on hold. Now, of course, I'm sorry, but we've got to do a bit of a cheer here. Oh, no, hold a minute. I pressed the wrong button. Let me find again. Hold on. Dear me, what is going on tonight? Hello, my main man. How are you doing, darling?
Hello.
How are you doing?
This is Mr. the Capo. How are you doing?
Okay, big hugs from the UK.
Oh, big hugs right back. How you doing?
Good. How are you? Long time no hear.
I'm doing okay. It took a little while to call in. I was actually letting the dog rotate in the dogs, and I had to take my heart pills because I have my good days and I have my bad days. But, you know, I am glad to be on the show when the Warriors happen to be one of the best. I met them one time, and I knew just by going to their event that these were people that were genuinely there for the animals. And in 108-degree weather, standing there, towels around us, rescue people giving us, they saved kittens that were going into the shelter to be killed, bad eye infections, I mean, and they just took them, and, owners were, they saved a couple of dogs' lives that day, actually. And the Warriors are the truth when it comes to animal advocates. And me and you have a long history, and I won't back someone unless I know that they are 100% legitimate, especially in a hip-hop field where I'm at right now. I'm in a good place, number one on the charts on SoundClick, the number one song in the country, which is crazy. But as far as the ACC is concerned, me and you have been down this road before. I mean, I've told you what it's like in the ACC. It's a jail. It's a prison for dogs. There is no life there for dogs and felines. A healthy dog is brought in, and he's brought in to be made sick or thrown into a cage to be made sick on purpose so they could destroy the dog. It's all money. It's all politics. I've said this before. New York City will spend $30,000-$40,000 on a piece of shit. A piece of inmate, a piece of garbage inmate, and in a prison, and because they make money off of that, they'll spend that $40,000 because they'll make $40,000 on that inmate. A lot of people don't realize that prison is big business in New York City. But to save an animal's life and just mercy, but no mercy, kill them is a heartless and it's just unforgivable. It's amazing to me, all these people who say that they're going to the protests and they sign up and we're out there and then 10 people show up. Let me tell you something, people. It's time to get off your asses. And I'm keeping it very nice here because I know...
right, let me just... Hold on a minute. Let's just stop. Just stop for a minute. Everybody, if you're under 18 at this minute, I need Sinister to say as it is, and I'm not being funny. I love Sinister loads, right? And he lets him... my personal thing is sometimes he gets too... his heart is so big and wants to so get it out there that he has to have a few words to join in with it. So, Sinister, say as it is. You've got a couple of minutes to say it how it is. I've given him a public health warning.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to say anything else, but they need to get off their butts, get to the protests. Don't put that you're going to the protest if you are not going to the protest. It puts the people who are running the protest, not only does it put them out about the numbers of T-shirts that they have to bring and the numbers of water, the free water that they give and stuff like that to the people who come to the protest. It hurts us. And how it hurts us is because we don't have the numbers. New York City and all over the world will never, ever make a dent unless we have the big numbers that we need to put a stop to this. Now, I'm not saying that the people online aren't doing a great job, all the cross-posting and the urgent sites and everything. But, oh, poor baby, and, oh, I can't believe this is happening. Please, somebody save them. That don't work. That don't impress anybody. All you do is aggravate guys like me when you do things like that, and you don't want to aggravate a guy like me. So come down to the protest and do what you have to do. It's disgusting. I met a group of women. We had a great photographer. We had a great live streamer. who I had more passion, and I am not mentioning any names on here, but let me tell you something. There are so many New York City rescues that are so full of it, have milked 13,000, 2-3 pages, and do absolutely nothing for a dog. You want to do something for a dog, you want to impress me, come down to East New York, Brooklyn, where I live. Break up the pit bulls from fighting like I do. Stitch them up, sew them up, put them back together, and then take them in your home like I do. That'll impress me. Not banquets and benefits and rallies and gatherings and let's sue this one and I'm going to sue that one. You know what? What does that do to save the animals at the end of the day? And as far as the rescues are concerned, your rescues really need to stop dropping the ball, man, because you are call yourselves rescues because you are supposed to rescue. If someone calls you and says there's a stray dog on a corner, you are supposed to jump in your car and go rescue that dog. A lot of rescues get paid big bucks. $200, $300, $400, $500, $600 pledges, and that's what it takes to pull a dog. Really? Is that what it takes for you to pull a dog? Because if that's what it takes for you to pull a dog, listen, I know the rescues are getting neutering dogs for $45, $50. What do you need $500 to pull a dog for? You should be ashamed of yourself. And we've got rescues out there who don't even have dogs in their rescue and are still collecting chip-ins and all kinds of stuff like that. And you have people like the Warriors that do everything out of their own pockets and the goodness of their hearts. And at the end of the day, you know, we stick together and we're a close-knit family. And you know, I met a bunch of people the first day there. I didn't know what to expect. And when I met them, I just knew that they were all just terrific, tremendous women, and they were just great, man. They were just great. And there is only one rescue I support in New York City, and that's Heavenly Angels. And they are a great rescue in my eyes. I've worked with them many times. I've brought them dogs. I've have a good rescue, really good friends of mine. And other than that, the conditions that these dogs are living in is disgusting. It's repulsive. And if we don't do something as New Yorkers, shame on us. And New York is there's billions of people in New York City, billions. This is what bothers me. How does 3,000 people sign up to go to a protest and 10, 15 people only show up? Not only is that ridiculous and repulsive, but you're hurting the animals because you're not even giving us a chance. Listen, I could scream at the top of my lungs and have another heart attack. It ain't going to make a difference. I'm number one on the charts right now in hip-hop. It don't make a difference. If we don't have the numbers, we are never going to accomplish anything. So with that being said, if you're on Facebook and you're in the New York area on the 21st of September, I believe it's the 21st of September, come on out and support a real group of warriors who care and want to make a difference and save these animals. Because the ACC is only interested in one thing. They don't want to adopt out dogs. They want to kill them. And for you people who are bringing your dogs there and surrendering them and still don't know what's going on, because there's a lot of people in New York City that they think they're bringing their dogs to the ACC and they bring their cats to the ACC and they're dropping them off and they're going to be fine. If you drop that dog off as an owner's surrender, that dog is being dragged by its neck to the kill room. That's exactly where that dog is going. Don't be an idiot. Think before you bring a dog there. And you know what? Even more, don't be an idiot. Show up to the protests because we can't do it alone anymore. You know, the other night I found a cat on the side of the road. I picked it up. I mean, I go out every night and feed the stray cats and the dogs, and I comb the neighborhood for dogs. I've adopted quite a few dogs out the last couple of months. It's been really busy for me between the music and you know, all that stuff that's going on. But with that being said, I don't want to take up any more time. I want to thank you for having the organization on the show. You know, we have a history. You were the first person that ever played me on the radio. I don't know if anybody ever, for people who don't know that, but my songs broke on your show, and you know what? A lot more of them will break on your show, hopefully.
Yes.
You know,
Definitely.
and there's, like I said, #1 on the charts. People, SoundClick, 99 cents a song. You know, I want to try to get some of the songs up for sale on the Warriors website. I want to speak to Barbara about that. And with that being said, Sue, thank you. You know, thank you for having me on the show. Thank you for my time. And thank you for your time, not my time. Well, you know, I get a little bit conceited sometimes. You know, top of the charts, you can't help yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I tell you what, I've just got to say to you, I've just got a slight problem here. I've got a kitten that's decided to eat something, and he's not very good at the moment. So I'm in a bit stressed, and I've got sweat pouring off my head like mad here, wondering what on earth it's at. So, you know, all the stresses and strains of it, you know.
Yes,
but
I know.
Listen, I will be giving you a call after the show. It has been my pleasure to play your songs and everything. And they are asking me in the chat room to play your song. Now, have you got your new song? What is your new song then?
I have a lot of new songs out, hon. A lot of new songs up on the charts. I'm actually going to be doing the song for Trouble. I don't know if you guys know what the story with Trouble is with PetSmart. I'm working with his owner right now, and I'm going to be doing a song against Trouble. For Trouble against PetSmart, and you know, for his owner reached out to me, and I'm going to be doing something very, very big with that. And you know, thank you for having me on the show, and thank you for having you know, go Warriors. You know, we're rocking it. We're doing what we're supposed to do. We're the real deal, not like other people that I'll leave nameless.
Well, listen, Senator, of course I've got your song still here from way back, and they're asking me in the chat room to please play it, and of course that goes without no problems at all. So, Senator, I really appreciate you calling in tonight, and I will give you a ring after the show as well, and maybe we'll catch up, and maybe we can sort something out as well. Okay,
my pleasure, hon. Bye. Warriors,
okay, then.
salute. Salute, salute, salute. Battle Axe Warriors also, my Battle Axe Warriors, Sons of Sin, Concrete Angels. Peace.
Yeah, good night, Sinister. Cheers, love. Bye-bye. And I've just got to say thank you very much to the New York Warriors. Thank you to everybody that's in the chat room tonight. I really appreciate all of your calls, all of your messages that I've had thanking me for the show. It has been my pleasure tonight. I do apologise to the couple of people that obviously are waiting on the phones, but of course we're getting near the end. And I want to play Sinister's song for him as well. This is Broken Silence. Good night, everybody, and please come and join the ASKSUE show group as well. I'll speak to you all very soon. Good night.